Liverpool have just been to the San Siro and picked up a 1-0 win against all the odds. Pressure? What pressure? Arne Slot, possibly with the biggest win of his Liverpool career so far. I'm going to dissect it a little bit and give you my reaction. Sit back, relax. Let's get into this.
The main free back up in your screen. Real ones know this the place to be. This is Kop-Ish.
Big up, everyone. Hope you're all well. Do smash the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel as well. On the road to 40,000 subs and almost there. And we could get there quicker with your help as well. Liverpool traveled to the San Siro after what can only be described as a crazy 72 hours. Let me rewind back. We're beating Leeds United 3-2, conceding the last minute of the game, and end up drawing that game when we should have won after being in the lead twice. Then Mo Salah goes on an epic rant and turns the footballing world on its head. Then news comes out that Salah's been left out of the squad and we want to sell him. All of this going into this fixture. This fixture became an afterthought, if we're going to be honest. And going into this game, then we find out at the press conference, or shortly after the press conference, no Cody Gakpo, no Chiesa, obviously no Salah, and no Endo as well. So Salah's unavailable, Gakpo's unavailable, Endo and Chiesa. So effectively we're down to one winger, and that is Rio and Gamoa. And we know the situation with Rio at the moment is not really getting many minutes, not getting much game time, which I understand because, you know, we're not playing very well at the moment. Maybe the manager's protects him a little bit. So then you're thinking, what the hell do we do? How do we line up for this game? I thought it'd be Florian from the left, Szoboszlai from the right, and then one of Ekitike or Isak up top with the midfield three of Jones, Grav, and Maka. However, we went for a 4-3-1-2 formation, which also transformed into a diamond sometimes into a 4-2-2, but effectively it was a 4-3-1-2. The three midfielders being Grav, Jones, and Sobo with Mack in the 10. Ekitike and Isak started up top. Hashtag both of them. Shout out to man like Mons. And we're thinking, okay, let's see what we do here. But I'll be honest with you guys, I still didn't expect us to win. Still didn't expect us to win because I'm thinking, boy, what do we do here? What do we actually do here? So the game starts. We're actually pretty comfortable. Doing quite well. Doing what we need to do. We're pretty comfortable. Then we get a corner. Comes off Ekitike. Ibu gets in the head of the goalkeeper. You're thinking 1-0. Brilliant. Would have been the second year in a row, if I'm not mistaken, that Ibu would have gone to the San Siro and got a headed goal. Then it goes to VAR. And then it shows that it comes off Ekitike's arm, but the ball actually was headed onto his arm by Virgil van Dijk, came off his arm, and then Ibu knocked it in. Now, by the letter of the law, if I'm not mistaken, the goal should have stood because it wasn't a purposeful handball and the arm was quote-unquote in a natural position. Again, I'm not massively upset with not having that goal stand because if it went against us, I'd be annoyed as well. But then we start to lose a bit of momentum. And towards the end of the first half, Inter Milan get a massive chance with Lautaro Martinez and Alisson pulls off a great save. And we're good. We're absolutely good. Then you're looking at the game and you're thinking, all right, we get to half-time, still 0-0. So you're thinking, okay, let's see how we start second half. Second half, very slow, very lackadaisical, very bitty. The game was very bitty. Considering these are meant to be two quality teams, the game was very bitty. Not a lot of rhythm. The referee didn't help with that. Inter Milan players were falling over and the referee was giving them free kicks as they wanted it. And then during the watch along, I literally said, I hope we play Ekitike and Isak for the full 90 and let's bring on Florian Wirtz from McAllister. Arne Slot didn't do that though. He took off Gomez and brought on Bradley. And then he also took off Isak and brought on Wirtz. Now, Wirtz came on the left, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, we settled for a draw, but it's only 75 minutes. Very early to settle for a draw, in my opinion. But, you know, both teams are still going back and forth. Not really much is happening. But then the ball gets ricocheted about in the box, and Bastoni, who's one of the best defenders in Europe, pulls on Wirtz's shirt. And when it first happens, straight away, me, Matt, and Drift go, come on, Florian, don't throw yourself to the ground like that. You're better than that. Then you watch the replay back and you go, oh, his shirt was actually grabbed. So, and that did stop his momentum to get into the ball. Now, do I think it was a penalty? If I'm going to be completely honest with you, by the letter of the law, it's a foul because he's pulled his shirt. But I also think it's a soft one. I do think it's a very soft penalty. Florian definitely makes the most of it and throws himself to the ground. He absolutely does. If that penalty is given against us, I'm annoyed that our defenders pulled his shirt, but I'm also annoyed that it's given as well. But at the same time, we get the penalty, and Szoboszlai steps up, and you know where he's putting the penalty. You know which side he's going. Everyone knows what side he's going. But just like the Arsenal celebration, he's inevitable. Puts it to the goalkeeper's right. Unstoppable penalty. Unstoppable penalty. And then Liverpool see out the game. 1-0 at the San Siro, putting us back temporarily into the top 8 of the Champions League. I cannot stress how big of a result this one is. This is a massive result for Liverpool Football Club, but more so, and I know the whole narrative has been no one's bigger than the club over the last 72 hours. That result was huge for Arne Slot. If we went to Inter today and we got beaten, the reports coming out would be diabolical for Arne Slot. Credit where credit's due. We nullified Inter Milan for most of the game. Were we slow in build-up? Yes. Did we create much? No. But in football, sometimes a win is just a win. Sometimes it doesn't need to be pretty. Sometimes the 3 points is all that's needed. So tonight, Arne Slot gets full credit because of the last 72 hours of what he's had to go through and what he's had to deal with to then get the players motivated and go and get the win at the San Siro against Inter Milan. If I'm not mistaken, their first home defeat in 3 years in the Champions League. That takes cojones. Well done, Arne Slot. And I know people don't like to hear me say that right now, but I'll always be fair to the manager. If we lose, I'll crash out. If we win, I'll credit. He made some good decisions. Tactically, how we set up in the first half, I was good with it. He knew we were down to our bare bones with wingers with just Rio, and he took a gamble inside 2 up top. He could have stayed with the same formation and gone 4-2-3-1 and played Ekitike on the left. He decided to go 4-3-1-2, which also helped us in the midfield battle as well. Arne Slot deserves massive credit for the win. Again, was it a perfect performance? No. Was it an entertaining performance? No. But I'll take 3 points over an entertaining performance and a loss every single day of the week. And hopefully we can build from here. Now, granted, our results in the Champions League, apart from the PSV one, have been pretty good. The Galatasaray one as well, but that was a dubious penalty, just like this one was, to be fair. The PSV one, we got spanked. But ultimately, we've been decent in the Champions League. Now we need to try and build on that in our next game against Brighton. And if we can do that, maybe, just maybe, there's a small glimmer that maybe Arne Slot could start to turn this thing around. But we will see. People, do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what you thought of the game. Let me know what you thought about the penalty decision. And let me know what you think about Arne Slot's position at Liverpool. Has the pressure been eased? Is it still the same? For me, it's still the same. Grateful for the win. Happy for him to get the win. But I still want change. But right now, we celebrate. Big up Arne Slot. Big up Liverpool Football Club. And we go again. People, smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. My name's Callum, representing Team Kopish. Till we see you next time. Stay safe, stay blessed. We're Kopish. All right, people. Let's go.